Hello, hey, my name's John Ratzlaff. This is for FTH 212. We're going over some stippling this week. And our first deal is I need to show three roughed out shapes for the panel drawn onto the practice sheet. So I just want to point out that I do have these here. And we're going to go ahead and get started on the rest. All right, so back here we did get the completed borders around each of the panels, as you can see. So you can see that pretty well. I think that turned out pretty good. All right, so this is going to be the finished panels textured within the border. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty well. This one I kind of did a circular pattern. I tried to do some crisscross. This one's the dots, and this one's a little bit more of just that stippling kind of in and around, following that borderline and everything else. A little undecided on which route I'm going to go. Might do a little bit more practice before I do the that grip, and then before I do a real one here. All right, so real quick here, I do have my planned borders of what I'm going to wind up doing. So I kind of do want to leave the grip edge right now how it is, just kind of see how that turns out. But I do just want to do like an angle up here. I might change it a little bit later, but kind of have a different angle up here, but on the sides, see how that works. But I kind of want to leave just the open grip as it is for right now, and then kind of see a little bit later. All right, so what I wound up doing for the grip now is I got my borders, and I've got those cut in. It might be a little bit hard to see, but I'm leaving the grip on the front and the back, and then a little bit up top here. So next thing is to go ahead and finish the pattern. All right, so got finished up with the final product here. I'm actually pretty happy the way it turned out, and I actually kind of enjoy doing that quite a bit. So here's kind of the finished pattern. I don't know how well you can see maybe with this glare, but I wound up doing everything um, except for this forward grip. So, and it turned out really good. Came back in the back with that. I left this front just because I might change some pattern here in a bit. Really good learning technique, but I'm really happy with honestly how well that turned out. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it kind of right, but I'm a little OCD when it comes to certain things, so I was able to make it right and make it happen. Um, Kind of the big thing, describing the process used to complete parts 1 and 2. So, I mean, honestly, just practicing, with on that sheet, breaking up a pattern, either doing like the half stencil, kind of looks like a dash, or doing like the dots. I kind of did a modified one. I just went a little, instead of going shallow, I just kind of held it a little bit an angle and made a little bit deeper one, so it kind of looks more honeycombish instead of just dots. I really like that. Part 2, I mean, just planning it, I wasn't 100% sure how I wanted it to look, so I kind of just thought about something in my head, and then kind of just made sure that my borders were good, which I'm happy with, and kind of just went from there. Um, Difficulties was really just obviously kind of the first thing, really learning about that pattern. That was kind of the biggest difficulties, and then just being patient. This is not something for someone who is not patient. You have to be patient. You have to take your time, and you got to use that finesse, like we talk about or in school. Reflect on what could be done to make the process smoother in the future. If I do it again in the future, I know I just need to wait for my that iron deal just to heat up all the way before I start going. If you try before it's all the way heated, you're just going to get smaller, just indents and marks. But wait for that thing to be heated up all the way. Kind of give yourself just an idea, maybe more planning. But I think most people are going to know exactly what they want, if you're going to do this in the future. So, not too bad. But other than that, thanks much. This is a good one, and thanks for watching. Take care.